Hello to new listeners, and welcome back to my faithful followers. I'm Diana, a registered dietitian of over 16 years, a kidney nutrition specialist, and an expert in PKD, also creator and host of the PKD Dietitian Podcast. I'm going to do a little something different today and give you the top 7 reasons I have found that PKD'ers get flustered, confused, and struggle when it comes to making dietary changes to support their PKD health. They might not be what you expect, but I'm guessing you will relate to one or more of them. I have heard PKD described as a lonely disease on more than one occasion, and I want you to know that your struggles, questions, and challenges are experienced by many in the PKD community. It's why I feel that having support in a community that quote-unquote gets it is such an important piece of PKD health. Now, I got a little off track there, but this is really important nonetheless. Without further ado, here are the top 7 reasons PKD'ers like you are struggling to make positive dietary changes. Number 1, there are too many random recommendations out there. There's healthcare professionals, biohackers, online sources. There are many different recommendations out there for a quote-unquote PKD diet. Know this, there isn't one PKD diet. Yes, there are some aspects that 99.9% of PKD'ers can benefit from, but they are very general recommendations. Don't try to fit all the recommendations that you see online or out there into a plan. If you try to do this and try to keep up with it, you will drive yourself mad, ending up with a super restrictive diet or throwing your hands up and abandoning ship and then not making any positive changes. Not to mention, I see tons of recommendations, diet plans, and supplements promoted that have the potential to actually harm your kidneys, and they are shoddy at best. The recommendations that you're finding are not all good or bad. So what can you do about this? Find those 1 or 2 sources for information or support and stick to that and start making your positive dietary changes. Number 2, all that conflicting information online. Now this piggybacks after the last one. Have you ever wondered how much protein is good for me? Or maybe question if you need to cut out high potassium foods? Many PKD'ers do. So what happens next? You plug those questions right into Google and you search and you get 1,000,001 different answers. If you start looking at all the different sites, sources, and groups for PKD diet guides and recommendations, you are going to get 1,000,001 different recommendations. What can you do? Same as number 1. Find a trusted source for recommendation and for information. Find a couple and stick to those. Number 3, you're not sure where to start. You have a good idea of some positive changes you want to make in your diet and lifestyle. Where do you start? Which one will have the most impact? The answer to this is different for every single one of you. There are several ways to make a plan and to make it doable and not overwhelming. You can start with what would be easiest for you. We all like a win. Perhaps you know a good bit about sodium and feel like your intake is creeping up after you worked hard to cut out those ultra-processed foods and limit your takeaway. But on top of that, you have a list of other areas you want to learn more about or work on. Start with that sodium check-in. That would be the easiest for you. Work on one thing at a time. Learn the what and the why behind that positive dietary change. This will provide motivation, but it will also help your changes become habits. And soon those will be lifestyle habits that you don't have to dedicate too much brain space to. Number 4, you're not sure how. You decided where to start, but you're just not sure how to do it. You really have 2 options here. First, you can DIY, do it yourself. You can take webinars, read blogs, and connect with other PKD'ers. Or you could get the guidance and support from an expert to help show you the how. When it comes down to it, it's really either going to take your time or an investment to get the support that you need. Number 5, you don't have support or expert guidance. I talk to a lot of PKD'ers who go the DIY route. Then they end up frustrated and confused. They're unsure if what they are doing is helping or hurting. This is particularly true with ketogenic therapy for PKD. I 100% believe and know, based on years of experience, that you should not try to do keto by yourself. Get the guidance and support and the know-how by working with a healthcare professional. Know that you are meeting your needs. Number 6, following the plan that quote-unquote worked for someone else. There are many PKD protocols online. They are loaded with information often, and sometimes even have a long list of supplements that will help you. You are not that person. What works for someone else hasn't been tailored for you. I like to keep on top of what's going on in the PKD world and what's being recommended out there. I have read many of these protocols, and well, within them there's tons of what's called confirmation bias, which basically means that the person is only presenting articles or information that supports their beliefs. But they're also presenting a fair amount of BS, trust me. If you really want to try out something that has worked for someone else, I'm not going to stop you. But what I do recommend is take that information and go over it with your team of healthcare professionals. What you want to do to make sure you're not going to do any harm. Work with your doctor and or your dietitian. And I always believe in food first, folks. Now, last, but definitely not least, the big struggle bus I see is trying to do all of the things at once. This is a recipe for disaster. What I often tell clients I'm working with is one of the things that really sucks about PKD is it's there your whole lifetime and it's slow growing. But one of the things that is actually good about PKD is that it's slow growing. So you have the opportunity to make those changes one at a time. You don't have to do all of the things all at once. This really is a recipe for disaster. Start where you are. Get clarity on what you can do, backed by science, of course. Get a personalized plan and work with an expert who can give you the support you need to make positive changes for PKD health. And there you have it, folks. The top 7 real reasons you are struggling to make changes to support PKD health. Number 1, you're trying too many random recommendations. Number 2, there's a ton of conflicting information online. Number 3, you're not sure where to start. Number 4, you're not sure how. Number 5, you don't have the support or expert guidance to help you succeed. Number 6, you're following the plan that worked for someone else. And number 7, you're trying to do all of the things at once. Now, if any of these resonated with you, drop me a comment. Let me know which number really hit home. If you'd like to work on any of these struggles that resonated, reach out to me. We can create your PKD health roadmap. We can start getting to work with the what, the why, and the how. And before you know it, you're going to have all the fusion gone. And that's it, folks, for today's episode of the PKD Dietitian Podcast.